So join us as we go through the songs. The first is a music video, news video called Emotions. The song is titled Emotions from the EP that's just released by Runtown Traditions. The song is titled Emotions. Listen.
Um, please, Mercy, please tell Samuel you need to you need to post each song individually. It's not the link to the song individually. Do you understand? Thank you. All right, mic's up.
So Runtown released the video for this song. It was not a real, not a proper video per se. It was just an illustration of his
That's
emotions
becoming more
per se.
popular, Val.
Hmm.
I mean, in recent times, who was it? Was it not? We've had a number of people do these videos.
Yes.
I mean, they've skipped my mind now, but
Mm.
in the past 1 month, I
Mm.
think we must have reviewed like two other videos that are like this.
Yes,
And
the
I
last
remember,
one was what's his name again with Justin Bieber,
no, that
Ed
one was the
Sheeran,
artistic one.
artistic one. Yeah, well,
They were
well, he
human.
did that with a lot of
There was
green
one.
screen.
There was one. The cartoon ones that I was saying. Oh, it's an easier one. Was it? Who hasn't released a song in a while?
We know that a lot of other people, a lot of other celebrities. I'm trying to
Well,
put my mind on
I
the
know,
one
I
you're
know.
talking about.
Well, because I remember when I was saying, oh, and it's an easy way to do videos. And someone
Mm.
said, actually,
It
this
is.
takes a lot of work,
Mm.
and so a lot of money goes into 2D videos.
Yes,
So
but
it's
not for the artist.
yes, not for the
Mm.
artists.
Mm.
So they don't have to go through the stress of shooting a video.
Hmm.
But to this song by Runtown, I like Runtown. I
Yes.
think he can, for me personally, he can hardly go wrong.
Mm.
It's an easy jam. It's a lazy song. It's not. I don't know if he would appreciate me calling it a lazy song, because there's some songs that a lot of sweat and blood has gone into, and
And
then
you
it
feel
comes
it.
out and you're thinking it's all right,
Mm.
just jam to it.
Mm.
But video wise, I like it, so
Mm.
I will concentrate more on the video.
Mm.
I like the whole illustration.
Hmm.
I'm not a cartoon person.
You're
Yes,
not.
thank you, Moye. It was Pink featuring Khalid.
Yes,
Hurts to be human. High five from here.
that is true.
Yeah, and yeah,
We did that like 2 months ago.
yeah. No, it was last month.
Was it last month?
Yes, it was.
Oh, it just felt longer.
Shout out to Olive. Thanks as well, for telling you
Olive,
it
where
was
are
Pink's
you?
video. Is this the Olive?
I don't know. I just assumed. I was talking about Olive Modi. But
Emody,
this
yes.
particular one, Emotions by Runtown, is a visualizer. I would have expected to see more. Well, like you said, it's hard work. So
It's hard work. I liked
I
it.
can imagine
It
the
was
amount
like
of work
watching
that
a
went into
movie.
this one. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
watching an animation was
Mm.
nice. I liked it.
Yeah, and this looks exactly how he looks right now with the braids.
Yeah.
I fortunately ran into him 2 days ago at the office.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah,
Why did you tell him to come by for?
because he was jetting out shortly after.
I want to live that kind of
He was
life.
he was around
Let me
for
just jet
he
out.
was around for business and he was jetting out shortly after. And I was just going to ask him how's your lion around town, but we just got engrossed into some other conversation. But this I appreciate the work that you
Yeah.
put into, and I like that you gave a claim to the fact that this is not easy,
No, it's
especially
not.
for animators who put this kind of work together and try
Yeah.
to. I noticed I noticed how intentional they were to capture the expressions because emotions it's supposed to have an emotive
Yes.
expression to the
Yes.
video, so they released the visualizer for this one, and well it just saves them of the stress. I'm talking about his team and Runtown the artist himself. But was I impressed with the sound? No.
I know. I heard you listening to it. And like, this song is. Should I tell them what you
I
said?
said it was whack.
Yeah, we said it was whack. I didn't think so. I thought it was okay.
Forgive me, Runtown, if you're listening.
And you saw him 2 days ago. You're not loyal.
No apologies, man. I don't like
No,
song.
I don't talk yet. You're still under probation.
Yeah.
During silence. So I didn't like the song at first listen. When I listened to it again, as we just previewed it on the show with you, like,
Yeah.
as you're listening, I felt okay. There's a vibe.
It
to
was
this.
my effect.
There's
Val.
I
You
think
have
so.
to be honest. When you're listening to a song with me, it's different from when you're listening to it alone.
So the
Give me my accolade.
give you accolades. The melody is a vibe. I would say that the melody
Yeah.
is a vibe. Lyrically, could have done more, but
You
then
think?
I'll just save my other emotion for later.
I don't like that
Uh,
in your mind. It's okay. I don't think there's nothing. It's not a vibe to me.
Mm.
It's just bland. It's just there.
Wow.
For the animation, you know when you're watching animation about, you think you're watching well, you assume you're watching Runtime, but the person looks like Olamide's animation.
Yes, right. He looks
You
like
know.
Olamide.
So I
No,
would say
it
it was a
doesn't look
badly
like
done.
Olamide.
With the
No,
hair.
it
Watch it again. Watch it again.
Val with the
In the
So I
hair.
won't
visualizer
just
image.
say it's bad because animation videos are actually not cheap. They are
No,
not
they are not.
easy. So sometimes
Oh.
you want to wonder why. Because and like I heard you guys saying that it was Pink and Khalid.
And Khalid, yes. So, to my
Hurts to
my
the human.
people on my Olive, they've
Great.
sent me message.
So and not just that one. There was another one we saw again. There were like 2 videos or 3
yes,
animations
someone
that we've
mentioned, was
seen.
it IBK Spaceship Boy or World? Was it one of them?
No, I don't think I became
No,
has
IBK didn't.
animation
Okay,
on
Cruz,
video.
thanks anyway for your
You know,
message.
so well, I mean that's pretty much maybe to grow. Sometimes some of these songs
I
will
believe
have
it'll
to
grow
grow.
on me.
You know,
Mm.
I've been listening to the album as well, just trying to catch up with it. I don't know somehow.
All right, let's move on very quickly to this one. By the way, that Emotions, well, I told you it's off the EP Traditions by Runtown. I just released, actually released it about 4 days earlier than the planned release.
Oh,
I was meant
nice.
to release it May 31st, so I'm pretty curious to know when he comes back. We'll probably invite him into the studio to ask him why he released it early and how
He had to
still
jet
reacted
out.
to that. Yes, he had to. That fast life. So Runtown serves that energizing visualizer for emotions. I hope you watch it and let us know what you think. That WhatsApp number again is.
0809 444 0981.
Oh, by the way, the Infectious instrumental was done or produced by Spells, and he was Rundown was unabashed as he expressed in the lyrics his vulnerability, and it passes across. Now, the next video is by AQ. He did this one as a cover or sort of a response to Joyner Lucas's Devil's Work. I know a couple of people like
Controversial.
Adenike had very, very pointed reactions to that original song. So here's a response by AQ. He called this one God's Work. So I'm meeting Runtown's manager today. Like,
I know. I hope he's listening. I hope he's listening. All right, mic's up. We're going on.
So if you're watching us on YouTube, we'll encourage you to go listen and watch the video that AQ did for the song, the cover for Joyner Lucas's Devil's Work. AQ called this one God's Work. He premiered this video on YouTube on May 27th, just 2 days ago. After Joyner Lucas released Devil's Work, it took a lot of people took to social media. Some people reacted when we premiered it on this
Yes.
show. Reacted to say, "Oh no, you shouldn't call that Devil's Work." Had varied reactions to that. That
it's not art.
calling, making art on dead people, saying that people should die and some other people who are dead should be brought back to life. Well, here's what AQ said to this particular song on regards to the God's Work that he did as a cover. He said, "I heard Joyner Lucas's Devil's Work. It's amazing. However, I think we should be careful about the message we put out. I do not agree with some of the things said, so I made this God's Work response." Your thoughts on this, James?
Beautiful piece. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, I listened. AQ is a very brilliant rapper. He's a very good rapper. I mean, sometimes some people will say he's underrated as well. But I just don't.
He is
put him, I don't think so. I think it's a matter of choice. Some people, vibe to rap music like that. Some people don't. So it's not being underrated. But it was a very beautiful piece, and it really speaks my mind when it comes to what's his name, Joyner's
Devil's Work.
Devil's Work, because nobody is holy. You can't come here and say, oh, take this person away and bring XYZ person back. I think everybody, we are here on this earth for a purpose. And when you get to that point, as far as I'm concerned, that's when you get to leave. So you don't come and say, I thought it was a lot, like even mentioning like an alkali, take alkali, and I thought it was, no matter, regardless of whatever the allegations have been, he has not been convicted. I mean, there's no proof
Exactly.
yet. So don't come and say take. And the guy is living. The guy will probably hear the song. I think that's very disrespectful. It's unfair.
Okay, so speak to AQ's work.
AQ spoke well.
Okay.
AQ, if you listen to, see one part that would have been controversial. He said, take, bring Fela back and take Buhari. why would you want to say that? What so and so fella would do what?
Mm.
That's no disrespect to fella as far as I'm concerned. The fact is that fella has done his time. The truth is, if fella was probably here now, the message would have probably remained the same. But these same people that would say bring fella and take XYZ back, would they vote for fella if fella say he was going for president? Do you understand?
Fela wouldn't even go into politics.
You get what I'm saying? So
All right, let's ponder on the factors to whether whether he'll go into politics or not. But I'll take this break because I'm not sure. Let me think about it. We'll be right back, guys. This is still the Grapevine here on Smooth 98.1.
you know that 1 minute it's advert. That long
No, it's even over 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, I thought so.
Sorry guys, please, if you're watching on YouTube and you didn't hear the song, we have the link up on Twitter at Smooth981FM. Please go listen.
Yeah, he's. I only have a problem with his diction.
Yeah.
Whose diction?
AQ.
Yeah, why?
He should just learn to pronounce words well, so it will not. It can grate on your ears if you're listening to it some ways. It's like he's struggling with pronouncing some words because his rhymes are dope, like they're seriously tight. But just a few hiccups here and there. But apart from that, brilliant. I love this.
Diction-wise, I just think that's how he talks. So that is in Nigerian. How else do you want him to sound? You
They
know?
insult me. It's okay. This thing. Okay, let me not talk. Let me not talk. If I start to talk about this ad.
They pay the bills, I guess.
Ice cream or pizza, a new shoe or bag or perfume, whatever rocks your boat. It's that moment when you pay with your birth card, the payment goes through. You realize life is not so bad after all. Some things work.
Someone who is a social media governor.
Serious one.
The showman.
I followed him yesterday. I'm not tempted to unfollow him.
How can you unfollow that Prime Entertainment? I'm following him.
He's a showman.
He's a show.
He wants to be Obama.
No, this one is Trump, but not nasty.
I think this guy, I think me and Denzel Washington, I wonder when his birthday is. I think we are alike. Here's a quote from him. I'm both an introvert and extrovert. I love people, but I need to be alone. I'll go out to meet people, but it has an expiration because I have to recharge. If I don't find the valuable alone time I need to recharge, I cannot be my highest self. It's so true.
Oh, I know you're coming back. We have one more ad.
That alone time is something my wife doesn't like to hear.
She said, no, why do you want to be alone? What's wrong? Talk to me now. You must tell.
This is also I can just have my own, I need to have my own private. I just want to be alone. So you're moody. See, you're not talking.
No matter what you're into, verb is key to opening the doors you want. So, have you got verb?
Alright, we're coming back.
Okay.
Mics are up. We're live.
Thank you, Adeshola. Adeshola said it really well. He aptly described music as an outspoken expression, especially regarding the last song or video that we reviewed before the break, AQ's delivery of his own cover to Devil's Work. He called his own God's Work. In it, I really appreciated how he expressed, just called out a few people who make music videos and really cannot find themselves creative enough to make music videos without adding ladies behinds to it or alcoholic drinks and things.
Yeah.
He spoke about insecurity in Nigeria, political situation, and bad leadership. He spoke about how we sort of worship mobile devices over the things we should pay close attention to. He spoke about gratitude. Those are the things I felt were really apt in his message. But what
I
do you
just
think?
love the song because I expressed myself very deeply when Joyner's song came out. I didn't like it at all. Some people thought it was art, and I thought there was nothing artsy about that.
Okay.
So I'm glad that this rejoinder was done, and it was executed
I like that word.
excellently. It was done really well. It was done stylishly. Now this is art because his rhymes were on point. His video was simple but very classy.
Grayscale.
Great skill. I just loved it. It was good to listen to. I'm not big on rap, so don't shoot me.
No, it's
But
fine.
yeah, but it was good to listen to. So if you don't have to be interested in that genre of music to enjoy the beautiful rhythms and the lyrics of that song. The only thing I said offline was that his diction. There's some parts I was like, guy, pronounce this word a bit better.
The journalist in you came
the journalist
alive.
in me came alive. But James Tyler's like, please, he's Nigerian, let him speak. So I do take that and I say
Yeah.
yes, he's Nigerian. That's his accent. But yeah, great job.
As we get into the stories, I'll expose one more thing that Ayo is not very big on.
What's
That's
his-
Game of Thrones.
No, even know my people know this.
When
now.
do you plan to watch that show?
Never,
Huh?
ever.
Ayo, why?
No, but I
Ever.
feel like pain though. You know when you just wake up and everybody's talking about Game of Thrones, like, what was that about?
No, that's even not the reason. Ayo
It's
just
not.
does not watch Game of Thrones.
I don't.
She never got on the show at all.
There's
The
a
first
reason.
Time, Ayo, can I call you out
Valentine.
on radio?
Call me
Yes.
out.
The first time I asked, we even tried to talk about Game of Thrones, right? You know what Ayo said?
What did I say?
Uh,
Include.
Game of Thrones is it's a sci-fi movie, right?
I told you now. I said people that have no
Mike.
idea, and then it was now buzzing everybody talking about Game of Thrones and be like, what's that about?
You needed to feel my heart that moment.
No, please. So yes, initially the only kind of movies I like watching are like, romance, comedy. And when I go to the cinema,
trust
a
you.
bit of action is okay.
Hmm.
But Game of Thrones is now science fiction and all that. Then I now heard what it was about. What's incest? I said, please.
that was the first thing you heard. Hello. So anyway, talking about Game of Thrones, yesterday I saw the visuals to
Yeah,
behind
you
the
people
scenes.
make me talk about it on the show all the time.
Yes.
Anyways,
You'll
go
be
ahead.
alright.
I'll talk some more. So we saw behind the scenes footage of how where the stars of the cast and crew of the show sat around the table at the reading session, the script reading session, and reactions from different people, especially Kit Harington when he found out, or the part where he was meant to stab. What's her name?
I think it was
Daenerys
after the last
came
scene
up.
actually.
Exactly. So that reaction, elicited, conversations on social media. But then the most important part, I feel, should be worthy of telling as a story is
Yeah.
the fact that Kit Harington secretly checked into a luxury rehab, exclude the luxury, into a rehab facility for stress and alcohol use. He said the reasons were bordering on stress, that he was really stressed and emotionally stressed, really. So he was trying to, get rehab. He got into alcohol addiction at some point, where he went into, which is why they described it as a luxury facility. It cost $120,000 a month. It's not your mate.
No, it's not.
He said the end of GOT, while everybody was complaining that it ended abruptly, although we know budget might be one of the reasons why it was cut short at episode 6, but then at the end of it affected him emotionally, and I'm suspecting it's probably the reactions from the public, from the fans. But then again,
Yeah, maybe not because we probably hadn't. He said he went into that whole rehab thing, and let's put in quote luxury, rehab. It was he probably went in before the airing started. Do you understand? Because
Yes.
now we're watching what has happened, all the way back. But think about it like this: this guy has been doing this for
years.
8 years. This is like 9 years actually technically.
Yes.
It was 8 years in, but
Because
he ran
last
for
year
9
they
years.
didn't-
He
yeah,
didn't,
they
he
didn't
didn't
show last
show. It was only proper that you have to take your mind out of that situation, out of the comments, because it was a growth process. You have to leave that character.
Yeah.
Regardless of how people say, "Oh, you're just on set, it's just acting and everything," but I think they had to put themselves into it.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So if that's part they were saying that when they were reading that script, where he now realized that he was going to have to stab, he was shocked. They didn't. A lot of the things that happened on that whole, they don't even get to know. Some of them have not been watching, but they put themselves in character anytime they come.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's understandable. The whole drinking, they said they shot at like how many weeks, all night scenes.
Yes.
Mostly night scenes.
Yes.
Like 8% nicens.
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine it was cold as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it would have been very stressful. So we talk about the drinking, talk about the
Mhm.
smoking, talk about all of those things,
Mhm.
relationships.
Mhm.
I really understand where all that is coming from, and
Yes.
I mean it's a good thing that he checked in, and I'm sure he'll be fine by now.
A representative for the actor told the publication in this report that Kit has decided to utilize this break in his schedule as an opportunity to spend some time as a wellness retreat to work on some personal issues that bordered on stress, exhaustion, and
Yeah.
also alcohol.
Yeah, it's really sad, and I'm glad. Thanks a lot for that detailed, background story to what they actually go through. This happens on a lot of movie sets.
Mm.
And particularly in the art and entertainment industry. So you see the flash, you see them coming on the red
The
carpet.
pomp and pageantry.
Yes, you see them dressing up for premieres, and you just think,
Yes.
ah, you people are so lucky.
Yeah.
I had to wake up very early in the morning, but we don't actually understand that it's a very stressful
It's a lot of
job.
work.
It's a very stressful job because you do it's in short bursts of work. So
Yeah.
you're in it, you're not taking any breaks. You have to keep your tempo up. You have to
Mhm.
get into character whether you're in the mood or
True.
not.
Yes.
So it does take its toll on people. I'm glad that he's seeking help.
Mhm.
I'm glad that he can afford to seek help. So all you people watching, you finally paid for something good. But yes, and I do wish him the best. I hope
Yeah.
it comes out, and I hope he gets better
I
soon.
just heard a hater in your voice. Somebody even called you out and go to
Yes,
WhatsApp.
they're
There's a
calling me
message for
out.
you there. In fact, I'm going to read it.
Read it.
Fola said, Sister Ayo of Jesus, watch
Yes.
Game of Thrones, so Val will stop mocking you. I think Kit Harington needs to do what he needs to do to get better. 10 years as a different person is not easy, I beg. I wish him all the best.
Very
And I
true.
really, really admire the strength and courage and resilience of actors around the world. Even in Nollywood, you guys go through so much. Forget the fact that we undermine their skill and
True.
their craft. It
Yes.
takes a lot
It does.
to get out of character. I remember when I tried to audition for a few roles in recent past, and just audition, 5 minutes audition. I felt myself hearing my voice all over again in my head. I said,
Really?
imagine I had to stay on set for weeks
Just out of curiosity, what role were you auditioning
as
for?
a driver to one famous
No
actress.
way. Why are you a driver? What driver? How you're too posh to be a
I
driver.
was dressed
Val.
well, thank you very much.
That's why you did not get the part. Did you get the
I
part?
did, of course.
You did?
Yes.
How could somebody employ you as a driver?
In fact, I auditioned for another role as a lead character,
Uh-huh.
and I found out that the character was going to be killed off. I said, no, I'm not going to do it.
And I'll say, I will not die in Jesus' name.
Kind of reminds me. This is just
Yo.
like, I mean, it's digressing a little bit. Just the other day, I was going down an elevator,
Yeah.
and just 5 of us went into the elevator. Some
Yeah.
colleagues were there too, and somebody said, "Are you going down?" I said, "No, I'm not going down." In Jesus' name."
Are you one of those people?
No.
Oh, who said I'm not going down?
Somebody else.
Someone in the,
Someone called them
oh
out and
gosh,
said-
really?
Well, we'll
But-
take a break.
We'll take a break right now. And all of you people insulting me on WhatsApp, I see you. I will still not watch it. Cruz, don't offer me the evil apple fruit. All right, see you guys soon.
I'm not going down.
Hey, I'm not the only one. My people, yeah.
Madam, are you the last person on the queue? You say, no, I'll not be the last
not
Now,
the
person.
the last in Jesus'
You are the last
name.
person here now. What's up?
So this thing has started freezing.
What's that?
This stuff, when you click on it, it will take ages.
I think it's the system that's hanging.
And the system is hanging. Has it?
What's that?
Let me close some pages.
Verb in your hand? Well, let's just say that's how you get the
Oh hi guys. Sometimes we don't remember that you're there, which is nice because it's like you're watching a mini Big
Yeah.
Brother. 'Cause you're watching,
I know, right? It feels that way.
you're seeing everything that goes on behind the scenes. So we're saying
James
things we should not be
Yes, sir.
saying. And then James, oh, we're back. Oh,
Already?
nice one.
Like that.
Very quickly. We have 11 more minutes to go. So we're excited. Ah, nice one. Mike's up. Studio is live.
I won't lie. Sometimes when I feel down and I hear some of these liners, I just feel my energy level rising back up.
That's the whole point. Shout out to our production team,
Yes,
Ovie
Ovie,
and
shout out
Caleb.
Ovi.
And thank you so much for tuning in. You're listening to Smooth 98.1. My name is Valentine.
And I'm Mairo-Ese.
And we have James Silas.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now that our energy levels are up, we want to send our commiserations and our heartfelt condolences to Adekunle Gold, who reportedly lost his dad to an undisclosed ailment. He spoke some really good words about his father. He said one of them worthy of notes. Let's recall first before I get to that part. It says back in 2018, he had announced that his father, whose name is Prince Hakim Adeyemi Kosoko, was promoted to the position
Kosoko,
of
sorry.
Kosoko.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm tired of correcting for you, but I just let him. Yoruba names.
Kosoko.
Kosoko, well done.
Thank you. The dad was promoted to the position of the permanent secretary by the Lagos State government. At the time, he served in that position for a few months, and well, he passed on. The reasons why he passed on, of course, is undisclosed. But he said of his father, I said, my dad didn't literally sit me down to teach me great values and diligence. Luckily, he didn't have to, because I saw it in him every day. He had given so much of himself and truly values the opportunity to be serving the government. And every school he's worked at, as either a teacher, a vice principal, or principal, he's won about 30 awards for his selfless service to the state. My dad, a man that refuses to cut corners, believes in hard work, and is known for his integrity. He always said to me, listen to this, your name is precious. You must protect it. Hard as it might be to believe, I can honestly say I've never seen him disobey traffic rules or give bribe. That is a man.
Do you know when I heard this news, this very sad news, I immediately went to his page to look for this tribute.
Yes.
So I'm really glad you're bringing it back, because I remember when I saw it, I was so impressed because he said he shed tears of joy the day, and a picture of his dad receiving the certificate, his appointment letter from the previous governor, Akim Amode, and to just see that just shortly afterwards, bittersweet. On one hand, I'm really glad that his dad got what he had always wanted before he passed on.
Well deserved.
Yes, well, I was so happy that even though it was for a short time, at least he got that. And then sad that, of course, he's passed
May so
away.
rest in peace.
Amen.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, I mean, all said. I agree. Yeah.
Adekunle, God, we love you.
Yes.
We send our love and our condolences to your family and to Simi as well, because you're part of family now. Let's move on from this one and talk about love. Another thing that's actually one more thing that's Ayo loves. So Taylor Braxton went on social media. So when I saw this message, to be honest, I thought of you, because I know
Thank
that
you.
it's the kind of thing that you and Mairo will be doing back and forth. Because I saw the message that. Okay, so I did a bit of trolling. Let me not lie.
You did?
Yes. So I remember that I told you that you put a picture of yourself and your husband on Instagram.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I found out that, oh my goodness, Mairo is a superstar. So I went
Oh.
and followed him. Did I follow him? I'm not sure. But I checked his page.
Go and follow him.
I will
Go
after
on.
the show. So I went on his page and I scrolled down. That's the trolling part. And I found one time he posted a picture of you for a birthday wish.
Yeah.
And he, in a bit of sending you a comments and little things, he said, oh, even if you disturb me or this or that.
Yeah.
I said, that's typical Ayo.
Of course. And he's honest.
So back to the story. Taylor Braxton sharing heartwarming Instagram posts to declare her love for her Nigerian boyfriend. See how I stress that?
Thank you.
David Adeyemi Adefeso. I pronounced that right, eh?
No.
Go on.
Well, you tried. Go on. You tried.
So here's our message. I'm ignoring you guys. The message says, the fact that I once thought, the fact that everything about that word is an action, the fact that I once thought that love was a feeling, and now that I know that everything about that word is an action, to be patient and kind and giving and respectful, honest, mature, nurturing, protective, present, problem solving, a provider. In my mind, I was saying, amen. That is me. Saved, positive, considerate, all about families, everything that you are, love. She goes on and on and on and ends by saying, I'm so grateful for you. Happy just being you day. It wasn't even his birthday or anything, just for the fact that
because
she wanted. And then David, like a true Nigerian lover, came back. So you give me one, I'll give you two. And he wrote, my love, you complete me. Before you, I was lost in the wilderness. Thirsty and searching for that thing. I'd heard it existed, but it remained all too elusive. With every turn of the calendar, I settled into the realization that I would be one of those lucky few who never got to experience the true joy of experiencing life through the eyes of someone who makes every sunset more colorful. Cueing Celine Dion there. Every bird's chirp more beautiful and every glance more meaningful. Until that fateful day in the summer, I never imagined a real love felt like. What real love felt like. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm about to cry.
James is about to leave the studio.
love is too much.
James Silas is about to.
So all this back and forth, though, at some point I felt like it was a shade on somebody.
Really? Why?
Maybe Tamer's ex.
No, I just
Because I know Tamer's ex, right?
Yeah.
As being First, he's a music producer. He's a record label owner.
Yeah.
He carried Tama on a pedestal. Obviously, was before being Tama's manager.
Yeah.
He was Tony Braxton's manager for a long
Okay,
time.
that's her sister.
Exactly, and he was always there and giving her shows, making sure he booked her shows. Although at some point Tama complained that Vince, that's his name, didn't give him as much opportunity to shine, but
Yeah.
he was asking her to be patient. That he was planning a strategy to bring her in the limelight. I'm like,
Oh, so you think all this show of love is just to pepper them, like they say?
but what do you think, though?
No, I don't think it is.
James.
I mean, how long ago did they even?
You just
You
tasted the
understand?
pussy soup once.
But let me tell you, when I saw this story, Sha, I just said, this one must be Ayos drop on
Yes,
this.
now.
No, I didn't.
That's Ayos idea.
Don't deny.
I didn't.
Ayos the love. What do I call her?
Love
You
maestro.
know, she's almost.
Uh,
So,
I feel
Myro,
like she should be Valentine. And I should be,
I'm telling you, we should swap names.
we need to warn Myro. Always behave yourself. Oh, Ayo does not play
Thank
like
you.
that.
I don't play.
Uh-huh.
Thank
So, but
you.
I mean,
Ayo, you
This-
blushing?
Eh?
You just blushing.
Me blush? Why would I blush?
but this PDA shower, you don't want it always. I'm sorry to feel like this.
don't
When it comes to
be
these
sorry.
people,
Don't be sorry.
when it comes to these
Celebrities.
celebrities, these Oibo people in quotes, I always see that when it comes to relationships, I'm
Yes.
always like, oh, this is like a time bomb waiting to blow up.
Ah,
Tomorrow we just hear that this is so.
Honestly.
I don't wish that for them or
Mm.
anything, but it is very sweet. But sometimes you know that there are those moments. Just keep it out of social media.
mhm,
I'm not saying don't. I mean, it's okay to do it
Mm.
once in a while.
mm.
But when you now put all of this, it just draws a lot of attention, and some people are there to actually wish you bad. Honestly,
Subconsciously.
yes,
That's true.
Yeah.
you know. So, but all the best. This is our Nigeria people. It's the Yoruba demon we're talking about here.
And he's, God bless you, he's Yoruba
Cool
man.
stuff,
No.
you know.
He's
And,
Cool
giving
stuff.
Yoruba demons a bad
I
name.
swear that.
Hey, Yoruba angel.
My Igbo brothers will say it's an Akpobi somebody.
The guy, oh yes, so
Yeah,
is that
I'm
Akpobi
telling
somebody?
you.
What's
He
Akwobi?
has his grab.
It's
He has Moscow. Yeah. So that's
But let me
all.
ask a question
Yes,
though.
please.
Do guys like public display of affection? Do you like when a girl or your wife or girlfriend,
Mhm.
when she is effusive about her love for you on social media?
yeah, I think it depends on the person.
Okay.
Some people like it, some people don't like it.
Don't like
I do it subconsciously. I don't. It's not to
Really?
show people.
Tell us.
The last go to my page, you see. I
Oh,
just have,
okay.
you know,
Okay.
just make it. You know,
Chicks
cool
and jam
stuff.
jam, guys.
Yeah, you know.
Val, look how Val is speaking. Valentine should keep his name. If you know just how mushy he is and how much he loves, let me
Me,
never
mush.
don't let me out you on the
That doesn't
grapevine.
even, it doesn't rhyme.
Alright.
Why is pretending?
No, he's pretending.
But that
Let's
would
go
be
to your
woman
comments,
lover.
please. His name is doing him. All right, Damola says, shaking my head. Shaking my head for both of you. We love you too, Damola. And Dami from Ipaja says, Ayo, you know I'll come for you. Yes, I will. Say what you will about GOT, but we will come for you. Jon Snow was quite a very tasking character. So I think I understand to an extent how depressed he can be. This was the guy that even had to die. Let's remember he hardly fell in love. So to have stabbed the second person he truly loved, that must have been very emotional. I would suggest his true person is a whole lot alike to the character he played.
Yeah.
Nice work, guys. Ayo, frown face.
Then Ayo, quickly before you go to the next message,
Yeah.
imagine how it would have felt when Jon Snow now found out that wait, I'm not even going to make the throne. Nah,
Exactly.
that would be depressing.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, definitely.
Don't remind me of that part. A lot of times I wanted him out of the show just for the way he was behaving. But anyway, Chini Godwin says, so I saw that post yesterday and I was like, oh, in my mind, okay, she's speaking about Tama Braxton.
Yeah.
It's like in my mind, I was like, please don't mess it up. I love PDAs too, but what can you do when your partner doesn't like it?
Exactly. I don't know. Chini, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Miss
Sonia.
Sonia says, I am with you. I am not interested in singing with high five.
Yeah.
I saw John Wick yesterday. You should see that. Okay, I've heard that. It's
Miss
a
Sonia,
good
I'm not
movie.
going to see it.
John-
Although I've seen it though. She says, thank you for keeping me company through traffic. I just got to the office. Well done, guys. Biko, keep your name. Chris.
From
Oh,
Ikeja.
Chini. Is that Chini? Okay.
No, Chris from Ikeja.
Thank you, Chris.
Shay says, Aya is my kind of person, Jerry. When it comes to movies, Game of Thrones, the way I see it is just extreme fiction that I cannot relate to.
No, Shay, do not say. You know what? Hamatan is coming. It's okay. What's your name? Please add your name to your message so we can read them.
We can be all right then. So we have, okay.
This one here from Ifna. Ifna says, I am with you. When it comes to Game of Thrones, do not mind Valentine. My friends won't let me hear what I haven't even watched any episode.
See, I'm not alone.
You
You
should
guys
go
make it
watch
seem
it.
as if it's a weird
You
thing.
should go watch it.
I have everything. I think I'll open like a viewing center which
Right.
one pay to enter. I have it.
Austin says, free Jon Snow, Jerry. He married his first love interest, Ygritte, on the show in real life.
Yeah.
Enough consolation, minus the ego.
Oh wow.
I can't believe we're actually analyzing fiction
Yes.
as if it is real.
It is. It was real.
He
for
dies,
us.
he killed somebody, he did not kill
I
somebody.
spent 9 years of my life following that show.
Well, I mean, overall, I thought it was a beautifully well written and interesting story. Whoever wrote, I mean, the guys that wrote this thing,
Yeah.
their imagination is just
They
on
deserve
point.
an
I
award.
love it. Yeah.
All right, that's all, folks. Thank you for being part of the Grapevine. Have a short in Mayfield. It was brought to you by Verve, a quality programming here on Smooth 98.1. Continuous special thanks to James Silas.
Yeah. See you next week. God bless.
Plug out.
That's it.
All right, guys, we're still here, Valentine and myself, and we're not talking love at 9 o'clock. We're talking something really, really serious. It's Lagos Talks 981. Stay tuned.